Hola and welcome back to FPL Journey. Just looking at the pick team section for game week 21. Just going to get straight into it. And I had a bit of a disaster last week. But we're just going to look at this for now. Okay, this is what I was thinking of playing Haaland. I would change the captaincy, I think, to Trippier. I feel like Palace is probably the best fixture that I could have there. Make vice captain. Darwin, I don't like this. He's yellow flagged. He didn't play last week. Klopp said in an interview pretty much yes, he was closer to selection, but he didn't really give much away. Cancelo, 7 million sitting on the bench. It seems as if he's fallen out of favour with Pep in the last 4 games. He's only played a total of one half and one full game. Oh, sorry about that. And for a defender that's 7 million, that's just not really good enough. So what am I thinking? Transfers. What I can actually do is I can go Darwin down or Darwin up to Kane, who has been solid this season. He plays every week. He gets penalties. I mean, he's 134 points. So, I mean, it'd be a brilliant asset to the team. Because even midfielders, the highest scoring midfielder this year is 112 points with Odegaard so far. But to do that, I would need to take Cancelo out and go to a cheaper defender. Now there's a few options that I could go for. I could go for Shaw at 5 million, but I have 6.1 in the budget, and I'm thinking if I go cheaper and go to either me or Burn or Botman. Those are the three that was coming in my head. I also thought of Estupinan, because Brighton have good fixtures incoming, which meant that he is a bit of a possibility. So I really don't know quite what to do. I mean, Brentford do have quite a good run incoming. So I could go me to Cancelo. That would be 4.7, which would leave me 1.4 million in the bank. That 1.4 million next week. With Odegaard's run of form and Almiron's dip, I might go Almiron to Odegaard, because it's only a 1 million difference and I would have 1.4 in the bank. It also could mean that if I felt like it, I could do a goalkeeper change and cover the Man City clean sheets by getting Ederson in. Which obviously would do that, but for now I'm just gonna keep Arrizabalaga in there. Or I could bring in Stones as a defender, but he is 5.4 million from memory. But it does cover you for Man City clean sheets, which is a benefit. But with Pep Roulette, I think Stones will probably play most games, and it showed kind of with him just being back from injury, and he got started straight away. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna do me to Botman, and you know what? Frigate. I'm just gonna save this. Take the -4. I want Kane in the side. Him and Haaland are the highest scoring players, so why not have them both? I still have 1 million in the bank, 1.6 in the bank, so that gives me lots of room. I feel like Newcastle versus Crystal Palace is probably the best defensive fixture this week, because Arsenal and United play each other, and I don't want Bueno in against Man City, because, well, that's probably not the best idea. Although, you never know, stranger things have happened than Wolves keeping a clean sheet in football. But yeah, I'm going to do that now. Make transfers, confirm transfers. I think that's my first hit nearly of the year, but I feel like that is worthwhile, and I'm going to pick team. I'm going to do this now. Haaland in as captain. I'm going to make Kane my vice captain, and I am going to double up on the Newcastle defence. I'm going to have White as my first sub, Andreas as my second sub. They've Tottenham this week, and I'm going to play it as it is. Save the team. So, as you've seen from the title, another absolute disaster this week. I made a bad decision. In hindsight, I picked Ward because I thought that fixture that they had against Nottingham Forest would have been better than the fixture that Arrizabalaga had against Crystal Palace. But unfortunately, the Crystal unfortunately Arrizabalaga, he held a clean sheet against Palace in that game, and he had a good game, and he ended up coming out with 10 points, whereas Ward ended up with 2 points. So I missed out on 8 points there. And again, I left other points on the bench. I had White on the bench instead of Shaw, who had a double game week, but still only got 4 points with that last minute Olise goal. And again, I played Cancelo, who was a double game week player, but because he only played, just the one game, and it was against United, and he only got 1 point. I mean, I lost out on big points if I had played Bueno and White instead. So there we go. Hindsight, I would have done other things, and I could have had good points, but unfortunately, my game week rank has fallen down to 424,616, which is way low considering at the start of the season I was up in the top 10k at a point. So it's disappointing. I'm falling down the ranks, but I've made changes hopefully to counteract that. Yes, I've taken a -4, but I feel like it might be good long term. Because Kane, I feel, is a good long term pick. I feel like the Newcastle defence has been the best defence in the league this year. So why not have 2 Newcastle defenders, and why not let's just go for it. Second half of the season, and let's go. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and yeah, have a good weekend. Peace.